So, I woke up bright and early this morning, and the first thing I do is I go on my phone and I check Twitter. The first thing I see, Grand Theft Auto 6 leak. I go to myself, okay, it's another fake leak, whatever, pass. I click on it, and the game actually leaked this time. So, in this video, I'm gonna talk about what I saw and my thoughts. If for some reason you tuned out for like the first 5 seconds of this video, I will not be showing any screenshots, any gameplay, and everything I can see online will be on text form on screen. So viewer discretion is advised, as I may be going over spoilers for Grand Theft Auto 6. So starting with the more really interesting parts of the leak, they claim that the game started development all the way back in 2014. That could mean they started writing it. That could mean that they started conceptualizing it. That's really interesting, as they've been cooking up this game for 8 years now. So who knows? Maybe this game will be like way fucking bigger than we're anticipating it to be. The game indeed will be called Grand Theft Auto 6. It will not have a subtitle to our knowledge. The game is obviously being developed by Rockstar Games and published by Take-Two Interactive. It is using the same engine as Grand Theft Auto 5 called the Rage engine. The document claims the game's story length will be about 4,500 minutes roughly, which equivalates to about 72 to 75 hours worth of game time, which for a campaign, that's pretty big. Red Dead 2 had a pretty lengthy story, and I've played some games where they do have a rather lengthy story and they don't turn out to be great. I trust the people that they hire to write these games, because Red Dead 2 and GTA 5 have some pretty compelling stories. Who knows, maybe a longer story will benefit the game, as it will be fucking massive. The game will be set in the modern day, so about 2023-2024 era. The story's main characters are Ricardo, Casey, and Rose, so we're going back to the 3 playable characters. Alright, this is where I get pretty excited. The map, Liberty, Carcer, Vice, and Cottonmouth. So not only does that mean that we're getting Liberty City back, but we're also getting Vice City and then 2 other new areas, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Usually with Rockstar games, we stay in one rural area. So I think them doing more is why the game is taking forever. This document does claim that the game will be announced Q3 2022, so that's actually coming up here rather soon. My estimated guess is that we'll see it at the Game Awards. That'll probably be like their last big thing that they show off, because that's Grand Theft Auto 6. This game is the most anticipated game of the last 10 years. Cyberpunk, move the fuck over. And that the game does plan to release Q4 of 2024, so we could see it from anywhere by the end of 2024 at the earliest, like early to mid 2025. So we still have quite a while until the game actually does come out. Alright, that's all for the document. Let's start talking about the gameplay and the screenshots. Allegedly, all these screenshots have been posted from someone who's working in-house at Rockstar, so that person's fucked, to say the least. My oh my, does this game look a lot like Grand Theft Auto 5, which is rather disappointing to me. Every Grand Theft Auto game has their charm to them, and this game kind of just seems like it's going to be more of the same. And I get it, we've only seen like in-engine footage of the game, so we haven't seen the official product just yet. It's just what they're working on. They will obviously make things look a million times better by the time we see it, whenever the announcement officially comes around. However, with the game looking a lot like Grand Theft Auto 5, graphically this game is fucking stunning. I'm honestly shocked that it looks this good for an in-engine build of a game. This build could be years old, by the way. I would just like to point that out right now. This build, we don't know how up to date it is. It could be from 3-4 years ago. It could be the most recent build. We don't know. They didn't give us that specific detail. So with that knowledge in mind, the game does look rough, but obviously it has different codes and different pop-ins showing up everywhere as little templates and little showcase runnings in engine. And beside all that shit that pops up on the screen for the gameplay that was shown, the game looks great. And I have been on record more recently in the last couple of years of just not liking the way Grand Theft Auto has been treated. Grand Theft Auto 5 kind of just lost its mojo by adding just a bunch of really stupid shit into the multiplayer, like laser weapons and hover bikes. They don't really give too much of a shit about the cheaters anymore, so hackers run rampant in every single server, especially on PC. I'm going to start playing the game again because the way that I am seeing Grand Theft Auto 6 makes me really want to jump back into Grand Theft Auto 5. So as we speak, I'm actually just now finishing my installation for GTA 5 on PC. Let's fucking go, baby. Growing up as a kid, I didn't play a lot of Grand Theft Auto. It wasn't until I was a little bit older. I was maybe, 11 when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out? So maybe like the year before I started playing Grand Theft Auto 4. So I really wasn't super into the franchise up until GTA 5. And with how GTA 5 has gone, let's hope Rockstar has kind of figured out what they're going to do with their game. And for the love of God, do not abandon it like you abandoned Red Dead Redemption 2, because holy shit, that is probably the biggest slap in the face for any AAA game that has ever existed. I know I didn't go too much into detail about what I saw in terms of the gameplay and all the screenshots. I don't really feel too comfortable talking about the screenshots that I saw, and there's a reason behind it. Rockstar is going around and flagging and taking down a lot of videos regarding Grand Theft Auto 6, so that's why, one, I'm not even putting any of the screenshots in this video or any video regarding the game. I'm just talking about some of the things I saw and my thoughts on them. Overall, I'm pretty solid on Grand Theft Auto 6. They really can't fuck up a game. And I just remember GTA the Definitive Trilogy is a thing. Overall, GTA is fine. GTA is not the best thing in the world. It never really has been. I think GTA 6 will be cool. Just please, for the love of God, don't release it on the PS4 and Xbox One. Take your time with the game. Let those consoles die out. Yes, I know I've heard the song and dance. I've sung the songs. I've done the dances. I think that developers just need to stop putting games on the PS4 and Xbox One, because it really kind of hinders how much they're able to actually push out with their game on a console, like the PS5 or the Series X. Like God of War Ragnarok, for example, that game is being kind of co-developed with both systems in mind, and that's really fucking scary to think about. That game is a month and a half away. And, well, we still really don't know much about it. All we know is that it's about Kratos and Atreus again, and that it's coming to both systems. So, that's just really scary. It's a scary thought. Those old consoles can barely even run GTA 5 to fucking begin with, and those were, for the longest time, the definitive versions of the game, so I can only imagine what trying to run a game like GTA 6 is gonna look like on a PS4 if they decide to go through with it. At the end of the day, I'm excited to see what comes from Rockstar in their next big Grand Theft Auto adventure, and who knows, maybe it'll be the best game to ever exist, it'll have the most content in any game ever, or it'll just turn out to be just a generic piece of shit game. Who knows? I have been thinking about coming back to do more traditional commentary-esque style videos. I really like what I'm doing over at twitch.tv/𝗚𝗛𝗢𝗡. I stream there practically every day. Sometimes I take a few days off because streaming is really vexing, even though I don't have that big of a follower base, so go follow. Go do that. So yeah, with that being said, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys all later. Peace.